Hello everyone and welcome back. Today I am showing you how to get this very tousled, textured look, and I am using a crimper to do so. So if you want to see how to get, a very tousled, textured, kind of a natural wave kind of look, maybe that beachy wave some people talk about, then this is the video to watch. Later in the video I do say, that crimping isn't really in right now, but I feel like this is the way to kind of modernize it. So if you want to see how to get this look, then just stay tuned. Everyone, so let's get started on the hair tutorial today. Today for our beachy waves, I'm going to give you a list of things that you need. First thing you'll need is a 3-barrel waver. The one I'm using is by Bedhead and it's a dual waver. It has the option of, they had tape stuck to it. That's weird. It has the option of doing small waves or larger waves, and I have it on the larger waved setting. The next thing you're going to need is a heat protectant of your choice. The one I'm using is Chi 44 Iron Guard, and I cannot stress to you the importance of a heat protectant. There's nothing more important when styling your hair, especially when thermal styling your hair, than this bottle of goodie right here. The next thing you're going to need is a firm hold hairspray of your choice. Any will do. I'm using the Matrix Design Pulse, and then obviously a brush and a clip to get secured. So the first thing I did, starting off with clean, dry hair. So I just shampooed it today. I normally shampoo my hair about every 3 days or so. The first thing I'm going to do is I blow dried it straight. Well, just with a brush. I have no wave in my hair, so I just blow dried it, and this is how it looks. And then I'm going to take it and I'm going to put it and part it on the opposite side that I blow dried it on. The reason being that it's going to give it a little bit more oomph on that side. So you see there it has a little bit more volume already just by parting it on the other side. I'm going to take it, and I have very thin, fine hair. So I'm taking it and I'm just dividing a section right below your occipital bone. And I'm going to part that in half. So you've got 2 sections that look like this. And you're going to do 2 waves on either side. And I'll show you how to do the first section, and then I'll kind of speed up while I do the rest of my hair, and we'll come back for the top to how to finish it. So first thing I'm going to do is just spray this. Of course. Okay. Just a couple spritz will do. You don't need to overdo it. And I already had my 3-barrel waver heating up. Start off, and I'm going to press it. You don't need to press it for a whole lot, just a couple seconds, and then go down. And I know that crimping your hair is not in. It's not cool, but I kind of like it because for thin, fine hair, it can give you some body. So you're just pressing it and then moving down, and sometimes instead of like going immediately below where the last wave was, I will just kind of skip a little bit so it looks a little bit more natural, like it's not a perfect wave. I think that looks a little better. So this is how your one side's looking. Stay still. Be still hairspray. If you can see the giant TV in the background, I decided last night I wanted to watch Toy Story, and we had Toy Story on VHS. So I busted out the big brick TV and I watched Toy Story. Okay, so you see I'm just skipping a little bit of hair, going down a section, and I'm just crimping it for just a couple seconds. And it's not like a perfect wave. You can see it's kind of got a little bit of a ridge in it. Now for me, this doesn't take very long because, like I said, I have very thin, fine hair. And I'll really get this done in about 20 minutes. I have no hair. So now your first section's done. Just got a little bit of wave to it. Looks a little wild. And I'm going to go ahead and take off or take down another section. I'm going to start right by my temple. Pull that part down. Okay, so now we have our whole head crimped, but I left the very top because I want to talk a little bit about what I did. So I told you sometimes I'm skipping a little bit so that the waves don't look as perfect. And then in other areas, I held the crimper a little tighter so that it would give a little bit more of a defined crimp. So that way it doesn't look the same all the way down the hair strand. And I feel like that's the difference between like a modern, whatever they're called, dual wavers, or like the triple barrel irons compared to like when you think of like an early 2000s crimper, is that you want it to look more natural. So I have the last two sections I'm going to do, and I'm going to do the same thing. So for this one, I'm going to hold it a little bit further away from the scalp, but I'm going to make the crimps tighter, and I'm not starting all the waves at the same point. That way it still looks natural, because you have to think like in some areas of the head, you know, your wave is going to start a little closer. In some areas it's a little further away. Some areas it's a little tighter. Like a lot of the times, I'm going to go ahead and say almost 100% of the time, you do not have a uniform wave all over your head. And with this one, I started a little closer to the scalp. Obviously, with a tool like this, you don't get too close, or you'll burn yourself. And sometimes the ends don't fit out. Like, you'll see they pop out a little bit there. And I feel like that just makes it look a little bit more natural, because it's not going to go totally roots to ends. And the heat protectant that I'm using has no hold in it. Sometimes, like, you'll see a little bit of the steam come off my hair from that, but it has no hold, and that's because you're going to really tousle it out. Kenra makes a heat protectant that their hot spray, or hot sets that it's called, And that one has a little bit of a hold with it. And I don't particularly care for that because a lot of the times after I do hair, I want to maneuver it. I want to be able to, you know, touch it, mess with it, adjust it. Just spraying on your heat protectant. We're going to do the same thing to this side. Somehow this little piece over here escaped me. And I know that a hairstyle like this is not going to be for everybody, but I think it's a fun way to kind of shake it up. A lot of people are doing, you know, curls. This is kind of like that textured wave look, a modern twist on using your crimper. Because I know more people than me have one. And I'm skipping a little bit of hair, so that's going to have a little bit more of a different type of crimp towards the face. Okay, so now you have, don't forget to turn your hot tools off. Now you have your whole head done. Make sure, I'm going to look through and see if there's any pieces that look like they need to be redone, which sometimes towards the back, it looks like there is. So right now, this is how it looks with it still parted, just how we had it. This is what we're looking like. It looks a little, not how we want it. So I'm going to take, if you want to tease your hair, if you're somebody who likes to tease your hair, go ahead and tease it now. My hair is so fine and so thin that I don't particularly like to tease it. When I do tease it, I use the powders, and I don't like the way those feel. Since this is just day one, I'm not going to use that in my hair because then I'll have to wash it tonight or tomorrow. So I'm going to take a chunk of my hair and just kind of push it this way. And I'm just going to run my fingers through it, just kind of tousle that wave out a little bit so it doesn't look so standard. I guess if you have like straight hair like mine, this would be kind of a way to make it like the scrunched look where people, you know, just put gel or mousse in their hair. Just kind of tousle it. So now I'm going to take my hairspray, and this is hard lock, so this is a firm hold. Tilt my head towards this side like this, and I'm going to spray it, and I'm going to just kind of mess it up a little bit. So I'm just kind of pushing my hair up, and I'm going to spray some of that hairspray on it and kind of scrunch it. And now it's looking a little bit more natural. And I'm doing that to the bottom of it too. And I'm going to tilt it to the opposite side and do the same thing. Just kind of mess it up a little bit. Make it look like I have some body. So now normally, like I said, I'll normally, second day, if I wear my hair like this, I'll either like recrimp parts of it, or I will just kind of wear it up. So this is the finished look. Very natural looking. I think it's got, you know, some wave, some body, some texture to it. So if you have fine thin hair like I do, or if you're wanting to kind of reinvent your curls, your wave a little bit, then I think this is the perfect look. I really like it. It's something that I've been wearing a lot the past couple of weeks. I don't know why. I just all of a sudden switched from curling and wanted to start using my crimper again. So thank you so much for watching, and have a great rest of your day.